All right, what's going on, everybody? So great to have you here for another 2 Minute Tuesday. See all your smiling faces behind the internet, behind the glass. Boop, boop, boop. Hope you're having a great day, great night, great afternoon, great sleep if you are currently unconscious while I uploaded this video. Today we're talking about the holy trinity of lenses. You've probably heard that term thrown around before. You might be saying, what is that? That's the Bible as far as I know, but we're talking about the holy trinity, the kit, the three-piece kit that this is probably stressing a lot of people out right now. You're probably, please put those down. We're talking about the three-piece kit that makes shooting just wonderful, no matter what type of photographer or videographer you are. The Holy Trinity kit. Ooh, that's what's going on today. Let's roll that intro. Oh, we're changing it soon. We're changing it. It's gonna be new eventually. I just have to rent a studio and got a script and the emails to come in. There's a person that we have to hire. I need the props. It's taking forever because Welcome back. Let's throw 2 minutes on the clock and try to stick to it. I'll do my best. If you've never seen 2 Minute Tuesday before, super fast recap. I used to make videos that were only 2 minutes long. I nailed it like 5 times and then never again because I just talked too much. The timer is there to hopefully one day I've already burned 30 seconds. The holy trinity of lenses. 16 to 35, 24 to 70, 70 to 200. You've got a focal range from wide all the way to compressed, 200 mil. If you get an adapter, if you get that teleconverter, 2x teleconverter, then you've got 400 mil. So you've got 16 to 400 with like just this in your bag. That's amazing. So I get emails all the time, DMs, tweets, you guys know this. My email gets everyone wants to know, what lens should I buy? What lens kit should I buy? I've got this much money. I've got this much budget. I've got this much set aside. I'm trying to say, how much should I save? How much should I set aside? And the question's all the same. It's just packaged differently. Everyone wants to know what lens to get because it's overwhelming. There's a lot. And then it's like, what's the next lens after I got one of them? And then like, I always usually say like, it depends what type of photographer you are. That's obviously going to dictate the type of equipment and gear that you're buying. If you are straight up a sports photographer, chances are you're going to be using the 7200 more than you're going to be using a 16 to 35, unless you like to get right into the action and you're on the ice with the Maple Leafs. That usually is not the case. You're behind the glass using a telephoto to shoot downrange, down the ice, whatever. You can see where certain lenses are perfect for certain types of photography. I'm a vlogger. 16 to 35 is what I use the most because it's super wide. It films me and the whole environment. I can zoom into 35 and get what I need. I get lots of landscapes. I can get close-ups of people, portraits. I can do a lot with the 16 to 35. But you might say, where does the 24-70 come into play? And that's where I would say it's more all-arounder, where this is kind of one side of the extreme and this is the other side of the extreme. This kind of sits happily in the middle. So portraits, everyday use, random stuff, things that you don't even know that are coming. This can pretty much handle whatever you throw at it. You can get nice depth of field. You can have water dripping off the railings, portraits in the rain, pictures of cars. Like it does all of those things. So having this kit, this 3-piece kit, really just opens the doors to no matter what you want to shoot in photography, you can do it with this. So when people ask me what should I buy, I always recommend, and this is kind of my recommendation video to all of these people that ask this question, it's to save up and build this kind of a kit, this Holy Trinity kit. That's my recommendation to you. And these are all 2.8 lenses. That means they're very fast. The aperture opens up nice and wide and lets lots of light in, which also means they're bigger, they're heavier, and they cost more money. There's also f4 versions of these, which means not as much light gets let in, but you can still find all these focal ranges with an f4 aperture, and you're gonna shave that cost down considerably. And then there's also aftermarket lenses. There's a lot of people that are using Sigma, and it doesn't matter, we're not talking brands here even necessarily. Nikon, Sony, no matter what you're shooting, Pentax, all of these brands have like the Holy Trinity range. The focal length might be slightly different. Like you might not be looking at a 16 to 35, it might be like a 17 to 40, so on and so forth. But that 3-piece kit that's gonna get you through architecture photography, portrait photography, landscape photography, wildlife photography, it's gonna get you through all of those things. It doesn't take up too much room in your bag. If you've got one of these lenses fastened to the camera, then you really only need 2 extra lens spots. And again, you're covered for everything. You can go from vlogging being super wide to shooting pictures of lions with a telephoto lens and a converter at 400 mil because you don't want to be, and I don't want to be that guy that's on a news article that's like, Canadian YouTuber gets mauled by a lion because he was trying to shoot it wide with it. No, I want to be nice and comfy, settled back, safe, shooting with my telephoto sell a photo. And it's the same reason people like it for events, right? You don't want to be necessarily all the time in the dancing at a wedding. Those make for great shots, by the way, when you're like right in the action. But sometimes you want to sit back and creep, if you will, and get those photographs, the candid moments when you are able to remove yourself from the situation. So they each have a place, and I would say as a beginning photographer, as an intermediate photographer, as an amateur photographer, as a hobbyist, whatever, I would plan to make this my kit at some point in my career, because it's a really nice 3-piece set to experiment with, no matter where you are in the world and no matter where you're shooting. And this goes for not just photography, like if you're into video and you're a vlogger as well, like here's your 16-35 that I use for all of my vlogs. It's wide. 35 I can still use for photos and portraits. Then I can switch over to the 7200 and get all the B-roll and all the slow-mo shots and the isolated things that I want to showcase an environment or architecture. And then lastly, if I want to bang off some photos and get some thumbnails, the 2470 is kind of like my after I'm done vlogging lens. So it doesn't really matter what you do in this field. These 3 lenses, they're a great investment no matter what brand you're going with. It's that holy trinity focal range from 16 whatever all the way to 200. That is my advice if you're looking for some lenses. Check that out. Pretty sure I blew the timer. Don't even need to see it. I know it happened. And I don't apologize, because I invented 2-Minute Tuesday. It can be whatever I want it to be, okay? You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. I would love for you to do that. Hit the bell, because sometimes YouTube's just like, no, we're not gonna let you know that he just posted a video. Even if you hit the bell, we'll think about it. So better chance of you knowing when I upload if you hit that bell. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you guys on Thursday. I'm editing your photos on Thursday. It's gonna be a good one. Be there. Hyped. It's funny because I get up to walk away, but like the wall is right there. So like I don't even have anywhere else to go. It looks like I'm leaving the scene, but I'm just, like I'm right here. Like I'm still like, I'm super, whoa. That was highly irresponsible. That never happened. Let's just cut the camera right now. I'm hungry.